So you finished the Dragon Ball Super anime, you saw the epic ending of the Tournament of Power, and you're probably thinking, is that it? Well, let me tell you, the story is far from over. Today, we're going to dive into the two massive manga arcs that came right after, and trust me, they completely changed the game. See, this whole next era of Dragon Ball is built around one kind of terrifying question. After you've achieved godlike power, what happens when just being stronger doesn't cut it anymore? What do you do when punching harder isn't the answer? Yeah, this is where things get really interesting. Okay, so first up, we meet this guy, Moro, the Planet Eater. And that subtitle says it all, doesn't it? A villain who couldn't be punched. This guy is not like Frieza, he's not like Jiren. Brute force is pretty much the last thing that's gonna work on him. So what's his deal? Well, Mazuro's an ancient wizard, and his magic lets him literally consume the life force of entire planets, and everyone on them. Every bit of energy he drains just gets added to his own power. It's a completely different kind of threat, and honestly, it's horrifying. And we see just how bad this is right away. They're on planet Namek. Goku and Vegeta power up to Super Saiyan Blue, they're thinking this will be over in a second, and it's completely useless. Moro just drains them dry. In seconds. All that god-level power, it means absolutely nothing against him. So this first fight is basically a total humiliation. Moro just wipes the floor with them, and his big plan is to use the Dragon Balls to get his full magic back from like 10 million years ago. Goku and Vegeta are forced to run, and they have this huge realization. Their entire strategy of just get stronger is officially obsolete. They need a whole new way to fight. And this is what makes the Moro arc so cool. You've got a problem you can't just punch your way out of. So what happens? Goku and Vegeta split up. They each go off to find a completely different answer, and this is where their rivalry evolves into something really fascinating. Let's break down these two paths. So Goku goes off with this mysterious Galactic Patrol agent named Murris to try and master Ultra Instinct, that state of pure, calm, emotionless reaction. Vegeta, on the other hand, goes to planet Yardrat, the place Goku learned instant transmission, to learn an ancient technique called spirit control. We're talking a total clash of philosophies here. And Vegeta's solution? It is genius. It's a technique called forced spirit fission. Instead of trying to overpower Moro, he can literally rip all of that stolen life energy right out of him and send it back where it belongs. It's the absolute perfect counter, right up until the moment Moro reveals he's got a terrifying backup plan. Which, of course, brings us to the climax. To stop Moro for good, Maris, who it turns out is an angel in training, makes the ultimate sacrifice. He breaks celestial law to seal away Moro's copy ability and just fades from existence. And that loss, that's the emotional trigger Goku needs. It pushes him over the edge to finally achieve that silver-haired, perfected Ultra Instinct. And in that state, he's completely untouchable. Okay, so Moro is defeated. Goku and Vegeta have reached this whole new level of divine power. You'd think they'd get a break, right? Nope. The very next arc introduces a character who challenges the entire idea of earning your strength. Meet Granola, a guy who found a shortcut to being the strongest there is. And that's his single-minded goal. He hunts down a unique set of Dragon Balls and makes a wish that just kicks off this whole insane story. He says, "Turn me into the greatest warrior in the universe." Well, the dragon grants his wish, but you know how these things go. There's a huge price. To become the strongest right now, Granola has to trade his own lifespan. He basically condenses all of his life's potential into just 3 years. So yeah, he has ultimate power, but he's on a ticking clock to get his revenge. So why is he so desperate for revenge? Well, it's a really tragic backstory. 40 years ago, Frieza's Saiyan army wiped out his entire planet. And for decades, this shady group called the Heaters have been manipulating him. And now, they've pointed him right at the last two Saiyans in existence, Goku and Vegeta. This fight pushes our heroes to their absolute limits, and what comes out of it is incredible. Goku refines his Ultra Instinct, but Vegeta unlocks its polar opposite, a new form called Ultra Ego. It is literally the mindset of a god of destruction. So while Goku's body is dodging everything automatically, Vegeta's form gets stronger the more damage he takes. It's pure battle lust versus pure serenity. Just an amazing contrast. So after this brutal knockdown drag-out fight, our heroes finally win. They are, for all intents and purposes, at the absolute top of the universe. But a shocking twist is about to come and just shatter that entire illusion. Right, so the final battle is against Goss. He's the Heater's warrior who also wished to be the strongest. Goku even finds his own unique spin on Ultra Instinct that lets him use his emotions. And together, with a little help from a now-redeemed Granola, they pull off this incredible, hard-earned victory. They've done it. They've secured their spot. They actually did it. After everything, after 2 whole arcs of pushing past every conceivable limit, finding these new godlike forms, they are, without a doubt, the strongest in the universe. Or were they? Turns out, the wish had a tiny little loophole. See, the strongest in the universe doesn't exactly account for someone who wasn't in the universe when the wish was made. And then, Frieza just shows up, out of nowhere. He casually reveals he found a hyperbolic time chamber somewhere, trained for the equivalent of 10 years, and unlocked a new form, Black Frieza. And then, he one-shots them. A single punch each for perfected Ultra Instinct Goku and Ultra Ego Vegeta, and they're both down for the count. The power gap is just, it's unimaginable. And it all comes down to this number, 10. While Granola took a magical shortcut, and while Goku and Vegeta struggled and unlocked these divine states, Frieza just put in the work. 10 years of good old-fashioned brutal training. And that's all it took to blow past gods, angels, and even a reality-bending wish. And that just leaves us with this huge, fascinating question for the future of Dragon Ball, doesn't it? Everything Goku and Vegeta earned, all that divine power, was made completely obsolete in a single moment by pure hard work. So it makes you wonder, if gods can be surpassed in a day and wishes can be made worthless in an instant, what does it even mean to be the strongest anymore? The future of this series is anyone's guess.